Okay, so final thoughts on Iron Flame. It's really good. The ending, it's vague. I mean, I'm not shocked it's vague because obviously it's a series and this is only the second book. So, I'm not shocked it's vague. It was really good. Lilith Soaringale got me in the heart real bad. I'm worried for Xaden in this next book. You'll see clips thrown in here of me bawling my eyes out. Trying to remember I left off on the last video talking. Brennan healed her. She was back. All the riders left. Oh! Auredia. That's where I was at. Yeah, I pronounced words wrong. That's not a shocker. I think if you stay with the channel long enough, you'll realize how wrong I pronounce names and places and words. But they were at Auredia trying to keep it safe and secure. Violet's putting things together. That Xaden's a royal. Not really a royal. He's kind of royal. It's his place, you know. Amazing quotes come in this book, like my house, my chair, my woman. If you know the scene, you know the scene. There's a lot of spice. I want to do less recapping with this and just more thoughts. I got annoyed at Violet for most of the flippin' book because their lack of communication was getting annoying. Also, as someone in a relationship, that's just frustrating to me because, come on, ask the questions. If you can't sit here and get mad at him for keeping secrets and you start doing the same thing. But also, her reactions are realistic for someone who's never been in a relationship before. So it makes sense. But honestly, she was making me mad. But so was Xaden. Because, like, I get the secret. The second secret he reveals. If you know, well, I don't want to say if you know for everything. Spoiler alert, I'll give you some seconds. His second signet, you know, I get why he kept that a secret. Also don't know how Violet didn't pick it up before, because there was like 2 or 3 times she said, I didn't realize I said that out loud. Because he answered something that she didn't say out loud. So, I don't know how Genius heard and put that together sooner. I get why he kept that one a secret. I get why he kept Auredia a secret. I understand the secrets. But the stupidness of ask. Just ask. Like, I get the point is like, oh, she's not asking because she's scared of the answer and yada, yada, yada. But, like, how is she supposed to know what to ask? Like, I'm with Violet on that. Like, how is she supposed to know every little thing to ask? And how is she supposed to feel confident enough to ask when he doesn't answer half the time she asks? He says some vague crap. Also, when he's like, well, you didn't ask. She goes, I asked last year. And he's like, well, that was last year. Sir. A lot of great quotes. My love is not fickle. You are my gravity. Oh, that was a scream. Okay. That hit hard. I was bawling when he said, "We do not die." Today, my heart. You're going to see a clip of me bawling my eyes out to that. You're going to see clips of me bawling my eyes out to a lot of things. I know there's a lot of speculation about Violet having a second signet as well. And it would make sense. She's bonded to dragons. Love discovering the new thing about Anard, whatever. The second little golden dragon that she bonded to. Love finding out the secret about her. Love that they got the wards up. Love all of it. Sadly, Sword lost a leg. But at least he's alive. We didn't have another Liam situation. I wouldn't have been okay. Hopefully, so far, it seems like she's having one death per book. Like, one impactful death per book. Because technically, we lost that one writer, Luna, I think was her name. But you only met her for a chapter. So you weren't bawling your eyes out, you know? I sound a little heartless for saying that, but it's also true. Yeah, I don't know. Oh my gosh. So we left off at him taking her to Redia to heal her. And no, we got past that. They took all the dragons to Redia. Like, we got through the torture. Yes, we got through the torture with Liam because I started to cry. So, after the torturing Liam, they escaped. Her mom told her about the promise that Xaden had to make, the deal that takes Violet forever to ask him about. Which understandable. Once she explains why, I'm like, okay, valid. I can't lie and say I wouldn't make the same choice. Yeah. That they get to Redia with all the dragons. They try to put up the wards. It doesn't work. Finds out it's because of the wrong journal. So then Morngale, I don't know. The head honcho guy, you know, of the army back in Nevora, whatever. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for pronouncing every single name wrong. More than likely. It's like, oh, we need to have a meeting, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yo, we're gonna get destroyed. I've seen the future. And then they're like, nah, we're not helping you. And then Violet doesn't agree with that. Xaden doesn't agree with that. And Mira doesn't agree with that. So then they're like, you know what? Screw you all. We're going. So they end up going to help protect Basgith, whatever. And then you find out Jack Barlow, if I could cuss on this channel, I would, about him. You find out, surprise, surprise, he's Venin, and then you find out, like, there's other Venin probably in the thing. He ruins the wards, he brings them down. Violet is then determined to bring him back up. The ward, the stone thing, it breaks. So Brennan then shows up, and Violet's like, yay, and the mom's like, oh my gosh. And then Violet's like, yo, here's my plan. She tells it to them. They follow through. Brennan mends the stone because his power is mending. So he mends the stone. Violet finds out that what they were missing the first time is it's not 6 dragons, it's 7. Because there's actually 7 different ones. So what is it? Let me see if let's see. So there's the black dragons, red, orange, green, blue, question mark? I don't know. And then there's the Ariadne's Den, which she's the only one left. And then there's, I don't know what the 6th one is. I'm so sorry. you guys might be bigger fans than me. I'm so sorry. I just read it like a few minutes ago and I can't remember it to save my life. But yeah, so then, Violet's doing it. I'm trying not to cry because I just read it. Violet's trying to put her power into the stone. She starts to, essentially die. You know, it's draining all of her power. Everybody's saying no, 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 no. And then her mom kicks her away from the stone. And Violet's really weak. Brennan goes to her to heal her some. But he's really weak from mending that big of a stone. So he can only heal her so much. And then their mom makes Salome, which if you remember Salome is Liam's sister. And Lilith Sorrengail, so Violet's mom, grabs Salome and says, you have to do this. I killed your mom. I made you watch. It's because I trusted someone else for war games. I'm the reason your brother got killed. Like, she's giving her all these reasons to hate her so she will siphon her power. Like, will siphon Lilith's power into the stone because Salome is a siphon. So, Salome's fighting it for Violet, and then Violet goes to connect to Xaden, and she feels that he's dying. She goes, Xaden's dying, under her breath, and that is what snaps Salome into it, makes eye contact with Violet, and she siphons Lilith. And Lilith's ending quotes to her kids, all three of them are there, and she said, you are everything we wanted you to be. Or you're better than we thought you would be. And I get to be with him soon. And obviously wait a second. Sorry, I thought my nail was popping off, and it took me 3 hours to do these because I couldn't figure out polygel to save my life, and then I did. And I did them. Yes, so, sorry. Anyway, and so she said, if you don't remember in the first book, we are introduced right away, and we know Violet's father is dead. And she says, I get to be with him soon. And she says some really sweet things that every mother would say. I'll put the quote up over here. I'll take a picture of it and put it in. I was bawling like a baby. Cut to the clip of me bawling reading it. Yeah. And then she meets up with Xaden. Sorry, still can't pronounce the name. Taran might be his name. Sorry, can't pronounce it. Sigil. And they're like, you need to catch up with him. Like, now. And she's talking to Xaden. And he's like, you love me. And she goes, yes, I love you. Like, of course. And she goes, we did it. Like, blah, blah, blah. What are you hesitant about? What else do we have to fear? And he turns to her and says, me. And she sees that he has red in his eye, which means he's tapped into the ground power, which means he could be Venin, or is Venin. I'm kind of confused on Venin because I thought Venin were if they like abused the power of the ground, because like every rider and griffin can feel the power in the ground. They just choose not to use it. And Xaden used a little bit. So like I get that's gonna make him hungry for more power, because like the whole thing is like people are power hungry. But I feel like Xaden's strong, and I'm very optimistic going into the third book, which is gonna probably come back to bite me in the butt. I'm gonna remain optimistic. I think he's going to be strong enough to fight it. However, I'm horrified that he is leaving Violet how the last chapter is wrote. I'm terrified he's going to leave to join the Venom because he thinks he has no other choice. And Violet's going to end up either having to fight him, or is she also going to go join the Venom to be with him? I really don't know. But yeah. So when this is up, I'll have a bunch of videos up you can watch after this. I will be reading, the next book I'll be reading is Lies of Locke Lamore. That will hopefully take a week, maybe more. Depends on how much time I have, like how much work I get scheduled for. Then I'll be reading Bridgerton, the Penelope Collin one, because if you know, you know, third season is out. I will make videos talking about the first season and the second season of Bridgerton and the third season. And then I will also make one talking about the differences between the third season, Penelope and Colin, and the book of Penelope and Colin. And which one do I like more? Or are they going to be so different they're going to be in completely two different categories? We will see. But yeah, just go on, look at my other videos if you liked the format of this one, and click on that subscribe button to get more. So yeah, thanks for joining at Jade Productions, and have a nice day.